Welcome to a quick little podcast here that I put together, Chillin with Manny podcast. Ask me anything, Q&A. Just talking about just random stuff. Maybe I can provide to you some knowledge, some advice, some guidance, something. Maybe you can provide it to me. We're always open to learn, and that's what I'm all about. I'm always humble about listening to anybody that wants to give advice, and we don't have to necessarily agree, but we can always take something away from it. And we're always trying to better ourselves, right? We're always trying to better ourselves as we get older, as we get more mature. One thing that I always try to keep in mind is taking care of the men, and what a man needs to do, as he grows up and becomes an adult and all that, and the responsibilities that we tend to have to start to carry. We need to be aware of those. Okay, aware of those. I'm gonna take a couple of minutes just to give anybody the opportunity to get on here, and maybe you can ask a question, or if you have some kind of concern or anything like that. I'm gonna go ahead and give everybody the opportunity to get on here real quick. See if I can catch some of you on your free time. If you have a little bit of free time, I'm gonna try to do some videos like this, just live stream from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. ish. I'm gonna see how it goes. If I always look at my analytics, if it's videos that you are liking and actually watching, then those are the kind of videos that I continually do. I love doing this. I do this on a daily basis anyways, so it'll be awesome if I can kind of speak to somebody from anywhere in the world, right? And we can kind of learn from each other and this and that. So before we begin, I will be giving you my background and all that, and just kind of let you know what kind of background I have in regards to training, discipline, and all the problems that I've been through and what I've been through. My ups and downs is going to be the big one. Ups and downs, right? Ups and downs, and we must have them. Everybody has ups and downs. The thing with that is that everybody has different types of ups and downs, different types, and that's what we're going to be talking about here. So just give me a couple of minutes. Let me make sure that I have everything situated. Let's see. Yeah, so it should be pretty interesting. I don't know how long I'll be doing these, depending. I'm testing the water, see how it goes. If I'm able to go longer, I'll go longer and stuff like that. But as for now, we're gonna try to keep it like, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes. If it gets good, then I'll go another 30 minutes. I'll make it an hour. But for sure, I won't be able to go for more than an hour, because right now it's 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I have a class, a fitness boot camp class that I run at 5:30 p.m. Give me a quick second. All right. All right, we're good. We are good. So, and also current events, right? Current events. And I'll be typing all these things out, ups and downs, current events, background. So let me go ahead and type that out real quick. The structure of the podcast. And actually, my intention also will be to invite somebody on here. So if you can just provide to me your email. Let me see. How should I do this? Can stream this to their own destination. Invite guests to the studio. Yeah, because I'm able to invite you on here as well. I guess if I copy and I paste it here, I might be able to just invite you over. You just gotta click on it. See if that works. see if that works. Yeah, it does work. So there's the link right there. If you want to come and talk to me, if you want to come and be in the podcast, I'm gonna be doing that. Just placing the link in the chat, and you can always just click on it, and we can have a conversation. You can ask me a question personally, and I will be doing this podcast like that. I'm able to switch the screens from that one to, let's say, to this one right here. And yeah, it won't change unless somebody gets on here. But yeah, and the beauty of this is that it's all around the world. I have comments that I answer from like India, Australia, where was it at? All over the place, even Mexico. Where else? Germany. Yeah, Germany. I've seen some Germany comments and stuff like that. So yeah, all over the world. So there's the link there. If you want to talk to me, we can talk about anything that you would like to kind of know what my advice is or counsel on that. And like I said before we begin, I'll be giving some background information, kind of what I'm doing. My ups and downs is what I was gonna write down, right? My ups and downs. And right off the bat, I think, well, first of all, I'm 43 years old. And because I wanted to say, I think I've had more downs than ups. More down than ups. And I'm gonna give you my philosophy. I'm gonna let you know kind of my perspective on getting advice, because there's a lot of advice out there. There's a lot of guys, girls sharing their, or motivating you, right? Motivating you by sharing their advice, their opinions, what they think about certain situations. And my perspective is gonna come in regards to what I've been through, and I've been through more downs than up, just to let you know. Okay, and also your status, your relationship status, right? I am married. I've been married for 20 years now, and I have 3 sons, 3 guys. Two of my oldest are twin guys. They're 19 years old, and I have a 6-year-old. So I have 3 guys of my sons, and then my wife. We've been together for more than 20 years, but we've been married for 20 years. Yeah. So like I was saying, like I've had more downs than up. Now that I think about it, because even till now, I'm an entrepreneur, so there's a lot of risks involved. I created my business in 2009, and it was formerly Manny's fitness program, where I only ran just outdoor boot camps. I started with one little boot camp, 6 people, at a nearby park, outdoor, just 1 hour, first 10 minutes stretch, next 10 minutes warm up, and then the rest, the workout, and then the last 5 minutes as a cool down or something like that. But I started that in 2009 after I got out of the military. I was in the Marine Corps for a few years. And since then, I've been running the program, which was before. We rebranded. We rebranded to Manny's Gym and Boot Camp. So now we're transitioning over to an open gym, because we've been at that facility where I'm at for, man, let me see, I think 6 years now. Close to 6 years now. I think I've been there for almost 6 years now. And all this time, I just been running boot camps, around 6 schedules, 1 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon and evening, Monday through Friday, and then 2 schedules in the morning, and that's it. But now we're kind of transitioning over to an open gym, to where we do boot camps, and then we open it up for gym members. So that's kind of what we're doing right now. So yeah, you can also ask information in any advice on workouts, exercises, nutrition, stuff like that. Jet. And Jet says, you have a big forehead. What's going on, Jet? Glad that you can join my live podcast here on my channel. And like I said, you can ask me anything. I even left the link there if you want to talk to me personally, and you can come into the podcast. But yeah, it's just like I said earlier, I'm structuring this live podcast to do it in a daily basis. I think it'll be very beneficial, especially for my guys out there. Like I said from the beginning, I want my intention or objective is to take care of the men out there, the guys. I have 3 guys on my own, my 2 19-year-olds, and then I have a 6-year-old. So it'll be beneficial for them as well. And they know a lot. I've taught them so much. Full live podcast. Yeah, so we're gonna have a little bit of fun. Usually it's gonna be at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Monday through Friday. And let's see what we can get into, right? Um, I'm putting together the structure right now. So the first 10 minutes, we're gonna spend them just getting together, and I'm gonna give you some updates and stuff like that. And then we can go into the main topic, right? We're gonna start forming some daily topics. Maybe every Monday, it'll be a specific topic, or maybe a topic that you can bring up, and we'll talk about it. I'll be placing the link there, the invite link. Full live podcast structured 10 minutes, welcome, updates, invitations, and then we're going to the current events, regular videos, share, and then let me see. So far, so the first 10 minutes. Jet says, how do I get abs? Everybody always asks it. I was actually talking to one of my members the other day. My bootcamp members, when you sign up for bootcamp, it's a group oriented program. So you don't get that one-on-one consultation, personal training consultation. A lot of us sometimes need a little bit more guidance, and I do offer it to my bootcamp members. And I was speaking to one of my bootcamp members, and same exact question. And one thing that he said, I'm working out every day. I'm running every day. I'm doing all this cardio and all that. And your boot camp, right? He does my boot camp 3 days out of the week. And then on top of that, he actually goes and does other things. So he's doing a ton of working out. And he says, and I cannot see my abs. I still cannot see my abs. What's happening? And right off the bat, it was very easy. He's overtraining. First of all, he's overtraining. He should be looking at his nutrition first. If you really want to slim down, make sure you look at your nutrition. You want to lower down your carbs for sure, and then stay on proteins and good fats, good oils. The proteins and good fats, good oils are going to fill you up. They're going to satiate you. Therefore, you're going to rebuild, you're going to heal, you're going to recover properly because of that, branching amino acids and all that. And then lower down your carbs, because the carbs are going to convert into body fat if you eat way too much carb. Carb is only used when you're going to do like a long distance endurance run or something like that, where you're going to use a lot of glucose from carbohydrates. So Jet, to answer your question, your nutrition, get on a calorie deficit. Now, if you don't have abs to begin with, because you got to build the ab muscle as well. A lot of people make the mistake to getting really skinny or really thin. Like they lose a ton of weight so they can see their abs. And sometimes you still don't see them. Why? Because you have no abs. So not only do you have to cut down on your calories to lose that weight, that body fat weight, you have to be like around In order to see your abs, you should be around 12% body fat, 12 to 15% body fat, and you'll see some abs. And if you still don't see them at 12 to 15%, that means you have no abs. You need to start doing abdominal exercises. You need to start eating a little bit more good food in order to have that branched chain amino acid protein to build abs. So yeah, get a good abdominal exercise routine, like a circuit or something like that, where you can build the abs first. Brooklyn, what's going on, my friend? Glad to have you on my channel over here. Manny Ramos Motivation. Great shape you are in. Thank you, Brooklyn, for real. Isn't it feeding the flesh to be concerned about physical fitness? What's your perspective in it? So when it comes down to the body, concentrating more on the body than the spirit, you're only gonna get so much with the physical. As for me, to me, spiritual is more important than physical. So if you think I'm in shape physically, I'm in even better shape spiritually. Yeah. So yeah, you can only get so much. The body's gonna die at the end. It's. I'm not saying not to work out or nothing, because why die even earlier if you don't take care of yourself, right? So Brooklyn also says, always thought abs was more about diet than anything else. I know skinny people who do not work out that have abs showing. I had abs 40 years ago. Yeah. And just to let you know, just because you see abs doesn't make you healthy. That doesn't make you be super fit. There's a lot of steroids used right now in the fitness community, in the whole fitness realm. And so, you have to put that in perspective when you're trying to get some information for somebody. Just because you have abs doesn't make you in great shape, basically. I have abs, but they're not like chiseled or anything like that. For what? I don't need to, unless I'm gonna go on stage. If I'm gonna go on stage and get into a competition, then yes. But if I'm not, I stay like around 15 to 17% body fat. That's kind of where I stay at. My abs are visible, but not in detail. Aesthetic, right? Yeah. So great question. Yeah. Uno, what's going on, my friend? We've been hanging out all day, huh? Uno was with me earlier on my gaming live stream. Glad to have you. Hey, if you want to get on my podcast, I left the this is the let me see. I thought I had it. Let me see. Give me a quick second. This is the first time I've ever invited anybody to my podcast. So there's a link if you want to talk. If you want to get on the podcast, you can always click on there and we can get on this podcast. Uno says, I have one big ab. One big ab. A lot of times if you see that happening is because they might have had an injury or something, an abdominal injury, and it healed abnormally. So yeah, I've seen that here and there, and everybody's abs are different too. So it just depends. It's gonna come down to your genetics. Uno says, Manny is going full-time gaming, couch potato. Yeah, big-time gamer. Hey, I ended up doing that reaction video like I promised on the Tetris kid. The kid that beat Tetris, supposedly. I went deep on that reaction, like without even knowing half of the stuff that they were sharing with us. I guess there's this whole Tetris community where these guys are insane good on the Tetris game. These guys, they be holding the control upside down, and they have a glove, and they're doing this. They're playing like this. They're playing like this. Crazy. I'm never gonna get to that level. I ain't got time for that. I got better things to do. Yeah. So, so I wanted to add this to that banner right there. So imitation current events. Let me see. What was it? Ups and downs. Yeah, like I was saying, if you're just joining me, I brought up the topic on how we always have ups and downs. We've always had ups and downs in life, which is good, right? If they were all up all the time, uh, we will never be strengthened. Any downs that we go through in life, like tribulation, troubles, and stuff like that, as long as you stay strong through it, you do your best. Don't be anxious, don't be scared, don't be fearful, and just stand up like a man and just do whatever you can best. You're gonna always come out 10 times stronger, better, and more wiser. Okay, so just to kind of ups and downs, and I mentioned that I've had more downs than ups. I've had way more downs than ups. Let me know. What do you guys think about that? Let me know if you know what I'm talking about, like ups and downs, tribulations, troubles, and then sometimes it's peaceful in our life, right? We're like enjoying life. It's peaceful. Not a lot of problems are happening. Our finances are good. Our family is good. Our health is good. We can get to that level. We actually can get to that level. But is it healthy to stay in that level, like never wanting to go through tribulation? I think it's not healthy. I think we need tribulation. We need troubles. We need challenges. That's is what I'm saying. We need those challenges. Those challenges are the ones that are going to test us and get us to the next level, mentally, physically, spiritually, all that. You know. Brooklyn says, I used to want to be super strong and then not care about looks. I just wanted power the years I lifted. Yeah, this was after being more athletic, basketball, running, and boxing when I was real young. Yeah. Yep. Ever since kids, though, like for men, ever since kids, I think we've always probably abs, huh? I don't know why. Maybe because they were always on the magazines. That's the first thing you notice on magazines, like the muscle magazines, fitness magazines. I used to read Men's Health. And I stopped reading it because it's full of ads now. It's like 90% of it is just ads, So, but a lot of times I got a lot of good information when I was growing up on fitness and stuff like that. But yeah, the whole abdominal thing, and lo and behold, like Brooklyn said earlier, you got to pay attention more to your nutrition to get abdominals than just working out. You can lose weight without even working out. Just lower down your calories, right? Yeah. So yeah, and we got the power lifters, right? The power lifters, they're not really concerned too much of having that aesthetic look, but more of having muscle mass, right? Picking up some iron, basically. The strongman competitions. Put it this way, just the other day, when was it? What's today, Monday? Yesterday, I did a gym workout with my wife, and I told her, I remember I used to put up 225 on the bench. That was like my go-to, just no, it wasn't a max. It was just my regular bench press, 225. And I lifted that yesterday, 12 repetitions, 225 on the bench. That feel good. And I'm going to go a little bit higher next time. Uno says, well, can you play Tetris with the Power Glove? I think you can. Yeah, I think you can play with the Power Glove. You can use it as a control. Yeah, but these guys, if you watch that video, these guys, they're obsessed, is what I got from it. They're obsessed with Tetris. Like this guy, the kid that beat Tetris, he said he was practicing or playing that game 5 to 6 hours a day. 5 to 6 hours a day. What the heck is his problem? Is that it? Is that his career? Is that his career? Having a top score on Tetris, which, by the way, don't get me wrong, I'm pretty sure he's able to make money, off of that. He can make money off of that. Doing interviews and promotions and stuff like that. So you can actually make money out of that. But I guess if you like it that much, make a living out of it, right? Basically, because at the end of the day, we have to make our living. We gotta pay the bills. Eventually we get married. Eventually we have kids, and eventually we raise our kids to be good, respectful human beings, right? Brooklyn says, I wanted huge arms and worked for 20 years on it. Did have 21-inch natural arms when at peak strength. Man, huge. Yeah, you can blow up the biceps, especially because we have three, right? We have the long head, we have the short head, we have the tricep, and we also have the brachialis right here. So all that muscle group together, working each one individually, will blow up your arm. You'll have a better rounded looking bicep, long head, short head, tricep, and brachialis. Brooklyn says, had more ups and downs as well in life. Had more ups than downs. My life is great now, but have that hernia that I never had fixed. Aches every day. Oh man, sorry to hear that, Brooklyn. Oh, I always practice empathy, right? I put myself in your shoes right away. Right when you mentioned that, I put myself in your shoes, and it must be hard. Are you planning to get surgery on it? Is it too late, or what's the status? Is that curable? Because once you have hernia to a certain extent, you need surgery. If you don't do that, I think you end up, I don't even think you heal from that if it's too advanced or something like that. Are you going to get surgery on it, or is it too late? How does that work? Because I would love to hear that you're going to get it fixed or it's curable, right? Yeah. Brooklyn says, I learned way more in down times than good times. Yeah, it is true, right? It's weird. We're always chasing that good time. We're always chasing the ups. But then once we get there, we stop learning. Yep. We get comfortable. But if you really think about it, I think we automatically will come back down. Maybe not financially. If you take care of your finances, let's say you get to a good level of finances, and you know how to manage it, right? You're good with your money, you save it, you do this and that, but you can come back down mentally or health wise, right? So no matter what, you will come back down. You will come back down if and your finances will stay up there. That's fine, but your mind and your health can go down, although your finances are still up there, right? All right, let's see where we at. Brooklyn says, I just pushed off surgery for many years now. My girlfriend wants me to, but I don't like going to hospitals much. Maybe this year. There you go, Brooklyn. I encourage you, my friend. Yeah, get in there, man. I know some of this. I always hated needles. And when we went to when you go to the military, oh man. You go down the line and they're just psh, 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 and one on your ass too. Yeah, so yeah, we gotta face our fears. Just go for it, Brooklyn. Go for it. It's only a one-time thing. Next thing you know, it's been done. You're done with it. Yeah. Uno says, ups and downs is what life is all about. The key thing is learning from mistakes and truly learn from them. Some people take longer to learn than others, like myself, for example. That's it. And I tell my kids that all the time. Sometimes I'll be angry at them to a certain extent. I have levels of anger, right? Depending on their mistake, right? The greater the mistake, to where he can get severely hurt, or he can hurt somebody else severely, my level of anger goes a little bit higher than usual, because now we're talking about having somebody get hurt, right? So, and then I always say, look at, just as long as you learn, but learn, okay? Don't let it go to waste. If you don't learn from it, it's a waste. It's a waste for you. You only got hurt physically or mentally, and you didn't get nothing out of it. You can still get benefit from it. Take it from it. It wants to take your peace. It wants to put you through tribulation. Well, you take back some learning. You'll get wisdom from that, knowledge, understanding, right? So yeah, that's what life is all about. Ups and downs. Yeah. So so far so good. We're also going to be talking about some current events, right? As you can read right there. So it's updates, invitations, ups and downs. Okay, we're always going to be talking about ups and downs. I'm going to be sharing with you guys some ups, some downs, mostly downs, because like I said, it's all good. When we're comfortable, there's no complaining, right? You're just enjoying it. But I've noticed that when I get really comfortable, I get lazy. If I get too comfortable. Even with like inclement weather, right? Inclement weather means, hail, rain, super hot, heat. All that inclement weather is also good to condition your immune system. So if you're always comfortable, you don't want no cold, you don't want no hot, you're always like, dodging it, you're gonna get sick. You're gonna get sick more often, right? Because your immune system is always so comfortable. Yeah. Brooklyn says, I had more mental power when I was broke. That is so true. Lived in a car for a while, about 9 years ago. Wow. You came from a very steep situation. Yeah, living in the car. Did you have any kids, or do you have kids now? That's gonna be my next question. Is, do we have kids, or where we at with kids? Because as for me, that's our next generation, right? That's what we're trying to do. Is because if you look around in the world, look at what's happening in the world. I think I made a video maybe a couple of months ago on why men are becoming soft, and that video actually became it was really good. It got good views, good response, and all that. I haven't made another one, but I was like, man, we need to talk about that more often, because if men are becoming soft, they become weak, the world is gonna get worse. I'm telling you, it actually gets worse if men become soft, weak, lazy, right? So 9 years ago, Brooklyn was living in a car. Brooklyn said that he had more mental power when he was broke. Now live pretty cushy life and feel weaker and more vulnerable. See, there it is right there. Too, you're like, no, I'm too comfortable. I don't know. Just like in the morning, getting out of bed, right, to go take care of business. You're like, oh, I'm so comfy right now. My first class that I run in the morning is at 5 a.m. So by the time that I open up shop and get all the members there, I get up at 4 in order to get ready, get there, get the workout ready, get everything situated, and then open up. And my first class is at 5 a.m. and it's still pretty hard in the morning. It's actually still hard in the morning to get up. Some days are better than others, of course, but no matter what, I'm up. It's rare. It is rare for me to get up late. I haven't been I've never missed my boot camp class because I never get sick. I never miss. I never close down because I'm under the nothing, because I don't. Brooklyn says, yes, laziness set in for sure. Yeah, I know. Let's keep a lookout, right? Let's keep a lookout of our level of laziness, because it's gonna destroy us. It's gonna destroy us, and we want to set a good example, lead by example, so on and so on. Uno says, yeah, not gonna lie, early morning wake up call to workout is hard, especially in the winter time. Yeah. But luckily for me, I'm a glutton for punishment. And I get in the cold ass shower to prime myself for a workout. It works. It does. It'll wake you straight up. Yeah. And, I've always heard about the benefits of cold showers and stuff like that. Do I do them myself? No, not necessarily. But I do still expose myself in inclement weathers. When it's raining, I'm like, perfect. What a perfect day for a run. And I even run longer when it's raining because, you don't heat up. You don't burn up. You're just being refreshed, right? It feels good. It feels really good. And your body automatically produces body heat. So with the rain, it just controls your body temperature. A lot of times we stop running because we overheat. But when you run in the rain, you don't overheat. Yeah. Brooklyn says, I lived in a car after moved out of house where my wife was living with my son. My kids are grown now, have 3 grandkids. Wow. Awesome. Yeah, there you go, Brooklyn. We got Brooklyn with grandkids. And one of my friends, he became a grandfather too. He's my age. He just had grandkids super early. Yeah, and it happens. Sometimes it happens to us early, sometimes later in life. But there you have it. That's another level. That's your kids. So that's another level that you have in consciousness, right? Your kids, and you have to have your kids in mind. I'm asking because I'm not a grandfather yet, or I don't know if I ever will be, but that's a whole different level too, having grandkids. I'm pretty sure you have your grandkids in mind as well, almost like if them being your own, right? I'm guessing. I can't speak on that because I don't have experience behind that, but yeah. If you're just joining me, I just started this brand new live podcast. I call it just Chillin with Manny podcast. Ask me anything Q&A. We talk about ups and downs. I mentioned earlier that I have had more downs than up. Well, I think I'm building a lot of good ups now, so I think it's starting to balance out. As I get older, I think it's gonna come down to me having leveled out, like the same ups and the same downs. Right? And hopefully in the years to come, when I'm like 70 or 80, I will have more ups than downs. Yeah, I'm done with having downs already by that time, hopefully. But you got to have a little bit of down, right? I think you should always have a little bit of down. Keeps your mind alive, keeps your mind sharp, keeps your mind, active, alive. It keeps you alive. Yeah. Brooklyn says, my daughter is going through divorce right now. Sorry to hear that. She is having a hard time with 3 kids. It is hard. It is hard. Especially nowadays, like, I don't know. What do you think? You think I'm wrong by saying that, like, that it's harder nowadays than, let's say, 100 years ago? Because it could have been as hard as it is now 100 years ago, just in a different way, I guess, because things were cheaper back then, but the pay was low as well. Now the pay is much higher than 100 years ago, but everything is higher as well. So, man, I hope everything turns out well, Brooklyn, for your daughter. Yeah. So Yeah, so there you have it. Any current events that you want to bring up to my attention as well? Um, any ideas that you want me to maybe add here to my podcast? I would love to have somebody come on here and talk about a certain situation or this and that. See if I can give some advice, some wisdom, some knowledge, and see what we can get into. But at the end of the day, let's help each other out. I think that's gonna be the main objective for this podcast is how can we help each other out, keep each other accountable, right? Accountability is huge. I'm gonna add that here. Boom, boom. Help each other, and I'm not talking about comforting each other. Like, oh no, don't worry, don't do that, don't get out of your comfort zone. No, get out of your comfort zone. Stop being lazy. I'll bring out the drill instructor in me on this one. Help each other with accountability. There it is. All right. First 10 minutes, welcome and updates, invitations. Make sure we invite somebody to the live podcast, because if it becomes successful, I'll do this every day. What do you think? Are you guys liking the podcast so far? Just chilling with me and me with you. Let me know in the chat. Let me see. Brooklyn says, Manny, now you may be surprised at this, but she is a pastor for real, music pastor. Okay. Wow. Yeah, we don't, we can pray for her. We'll send her some prayers. What's her name? Yeah, so if you guys have any recommendations for the podcast, let me know so I can add it. And little by little, with your help, we can make a pretty awesome podcast right here. Daily, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time podcast. All right, so there you go. So welcome, updates, invitations, ups and downs. We right away going to go into the ups and downs. Help each other with accountability, right? We need accountability. How you doing? What's your intentions? So on and so on. Current events, regular videos, and share the channel, right? Share the channel. Brooklyn says, I will share her name privately. She is semi-famous. All right. Let me see. I think we can go in private chat right here. Let me see. I don't know how it works. Private chat. I have a section here on private. Oh, let me see. You know what? I don't think it'll work. I'll figure it out. Yeah, you can just let me know privately, Brooklyn. Yeah, so not bad of a first episode of my Chillin' with Manny live podcast. Ask me anything, and like I said, little by little, we're gonna construct this podcast. I think the time flew by. I was only gonna get on here for 30 minutes, and maybe I can probably get on here for an hour every single day. And by the way, if you're new here to my channel, I do also a gameplay and ask me anything. In the morning, I do like a gameplay on classic games, so you can join me there, have a little bit of fun, entertainment kind of video over there. This one over here, I want to keep it a little bit more serious. And I also have regular videos. Actually, my regular vlogs have been doing good. There's more viewers on it. More people are finding my videos on YouTube. YouTube is huge. It's like, man, I think is it in the billions of viewers? Like, it's up there. And for me, little me, my little channel with close to 1,000 subscribers, still getting views like that, that's awesome. Whatever I can do to give to the community, to share or this and that, whatever I can do to help, that's what I'm gonna be doing here on YouTube. Yeah, so if you do you have any other questions, comments, concerns? And like I said, I'm also gonna be sharing the link here. That link there can give you the opportunity to get on here, and we can speak as well, personally. So I'm gonna be adding a link like that in the chat. You can, and it's easy. It's really easy to get on here. And we're gonna have a little bit of fun. Maybe this can lead us, guide us, give us some instruction, having our questions asked, or just reminders as well, right? Sometimes reminders. That's one thing that I do a lot in my bootcamp class with my bootcamp members, or personal training. Online coaching and stuff like that. Reminders. A lot of it is the basics. You don't really need much to get in shape, build muscle, lose weight, and build energy. Simple. The hard part is doing it. Even nutrition is simple. Just stick to whole foods. Keep it as natural as possible, and eat a lot of it. All natural food is going to carry a lot more protein than processed food. Even vegetables have protein. So even if you're adding vegetables to your foods, you're gonna get filled up, and you're not gonna overeat, basically. So also water intake. I give a lot of reminders on water intake. It fills you up as well, and it keeps you satiated, it keeps you hydrated, so on and so on. So a lot of these podcasts, they can just be reminders, but there's like current events that I would like to cover here. Like, let me see. Like if I go here. Let me bring up this page right here. All right, so like right here on the Google News, we can always go in here and see what's going on in the world, and we can probably cover some of these current events. Right, a lot of it is just bad news, just horrible stuff on here. There's never anything good on here. Yeah. The weather's crazy all over the world, huh? Winter storm forecast. Most of the U.S. is at risk of extreme weather this week. Here's everything you need to know. See, and that makes sense because this morning was the first time that I witnessed 36 degrees out here in a long time. I keep track of the weather. I've always have, because remember I said when I started my gym and boot camp, I started just outdoors. And it's the weather was very important for us to be able to work out at a certain level. So I always made sure the weather was right. If it was way too cold, I needed to make sure that we did a dynamic warm up, because you'll get sick out there if you're not conditioned with inclement weather. So sometimes I'll have a new member, and I had to make sure I have them warmed up in just the first 2 or 3 minutes. Jet says, you know how we have the moon landing. When is the sun landing? Yeah, let's see that happen. You never know. Make some kind of shield for extreme heat. It's amazing how powerful the sun is. So I don't think we'll ever build something strong enough to withstand the heat of the sun. Because if you think about it, we have hot days here, right? I was stationed in 29 Palms, my first duty station, which is desert. It's just desert. 29 Palms is what we had. It's by Palm Springs. It's by let me see, Yucca Valley. What's that other one? There was another city there. Joshua Tree. So we had 29 Palms, Joshua Tree, Yucca Valley, Palm Springs, and stuff like that. And I was stationed in 29 Palms. And the weather was 105 degrees Fahrenheit almost every day. And that's super hot. So that's crazy how far the sun is, and we still get that kind of heat towards us. Imagine getting closer. Jet says, what's the best fries to eat that won't make you fat? Fries that you cook yourself. Get some sweet potato, cut them, peel them, cut them, and fry them in avocado oil or coconut oil. Yep. I don't think you'll be able to deep fry anything, because if you want to deep fry in vegetable oil or any type of oil, a lot of that oil is not going to be able to withstand a certain level of heat. It loses its nutrition. Monounsaturated, polyunsaturated fat from good oils, good fats like avocado oil, flaxseed oil, coconut oil. You can't deep fry with that. And if you get peanut oil, that peanut oil is processed, so it's still not going to be good fries. So if you want to have some good fries, season them with sea salt, but just fry them on a pan with coconut oil. Yeah, so again, Jet, get a six-pack by losing weight. If you're already skinny and you don't see a six-pack, that means you need to build the abdominal muscle. But yeah, just get on a calorie deficit. That means you eat a little bit less calories than what you burn throughout the day. Usually around the average amount of calories, being on a deficit is going to be around 13 to 1500 calories a day. Yeah. All right, so last 7 minutes. Last 7 minutes. Let me see. So I had a few of you guys here. Thanks for joining me. Here. I think I'll be on here tomorrow as well at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So come and join me. I'll be here, and we'll see what we can get into. Let me see a couple of more questions. Do you think VR is a workout? There's actually workout games. Games that you can use to work out. I guess you can work out with a VR game, as long as it's cordless or something like that. It's like following a follow-along workout video. And I actually have follow-along workout videos. Jet, if you want to do one of my workout videos, it's on my channel here. Just scroll down on my regular videos, or right there in the search, just put workout. And I have a ton of follow-along workout videos. 12 minutes, 15 minutes, 20-minute workout videos, a 30-minute. I have a lot of follow-along workout videos, and specifically just body weight calisthenic workout videos. No equipment necessary. And I did that for a reason. I did that way nobody has an excuse. Oh, I don't have equipment. Oh, I don't have a gym. Okay, you don't need anything. Just all you need is your body, and you can get in shape. Yeah, so there you have it. Yeah, so like I mentioned earlier, I have a 5:30 class that I'm gonna run in a little bit. So I'll only be on here from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So mark your calendars. Hey, do me a big favor before you leave this video. Don't forget, hit that little thumbs up button If you're new here to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. And also, this is the big one. Share this podcast with somebody. Maybe somebody will get some motivation out of it. Maybe somebody can get a reminder, or they'll come and join us next time. So invite. All right, it still worked. I'm back. All right, it froze. Yeah, no, it's still working right now. So yeah, there you have it. So awesome live podcast here. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Be safe. Mind first. The body will follow. And just strive. Bye-bye.